Welcome to today's astrology reading. Today I'm taking a look at the new moon in Scorpio. That'll be happening on Thursday this week. So it's a beautiful transformational time that's happening. Beautiful energy. I'm going to go through sign by sign with your ascendant sign to let you know what house this is happening in and how this may be most affecting you over this week ahead. So beautiful energy, changes, transformations, deep transformations, going within in a very deep way. It could be emotions coming up from below and rising to the surface, because Scorpio is all about going deep. The moon's about emotion, so it's going deep, and Scorpio is a water sign, so it's emotions as well. So we're really going deep with those emotions, going deep into who we really are. Maybe we're bringing them to light and letting the world see who we really are. Maybe we're wanting to find the community that is into those kind of topics that we love. So it's all about that deep Scorpio topics, and it's going deep, but also about balance of power as well, as represented by Scorpio energy, transformations, deep transformation. So stick around to see your ascendant sign and how this new moon in Scorpio is going to be affecting you this week. Aries, this is your 8th house. Aries, this is about the deep stuff, the deeper meaningful things, because it means the same thing as Scorpio. It's about going deep. Your 8th house is your house of pleasures, deep hidden pleasures. It's not pleasures as in 5th house, having fun and where you find happiness, joy, pleasures. It's more about those deeper sensual pleasures, the deep parts of yourself that you don't share with anybody else, that you don't. It can be a shadow self as well, the parts of yourself that maybe you're a bit scared of. They're who you are. You keep them hidden a little bit. So, and they're deeper and they're darker, and that's what the 8th house is. So for you, Aries, you're going to feel that big time over this this Thursday when the new moon, or you're setting intentions about doing some shadow work or getting in touch with all parts of yourself in a very deep way. So for Taurus, this is your 7th house. This could be affecting you in your relationships. So the people you're connected to. Now, this can be about connections as in your relationships, your partners, and how the dynamics of your relationships, as far as sharing love, sharing money, sharing wealth, sharing energy, sharing secrets, sharing sensuality, and sharing who is balanced too. Like it's where there's a imbalance in energy, as in somebody's more dominant in energy in any of those areas, or they're very put their will upon you, or you're very controlling of the other person. Those dynamics are going to be really shown on with this new moon in. So it's dark. New moon means it's darkness, but I feel like going deep and dark into the Scorpio energy of a dark moon, I feel that's where you're really facing the shadows. You're going to see what really is when it comes to your relationships and your dynamics here. Now we have Gemini. It's going to be in your 6th house. So this could be where you're setting intentions around your health, going deep and discovering what's going on with your health. It's also about your service to others and how you work with others in a way that is giving and generous with other people. So you could be setting intentions around the care industry, or having people care for you, you caring for other people. It's 6th house energy, so it's Virgo energy. So Virgo also means maybe make a list. It could be that perfectionist part of you as well that could be really triggered or affected by this new moon in Scorpio. We have got Cancer. I've just got the list so I don't forget anybody, because I have done that before. I've forgotten Aquarius. But we've got Cancer. So Cancer, this is going to be in your 5th house. This is the house of fun, pleasure, joy, creativity, children. So this is the parts where the new moon in Scorpio is going to be felt on a very deep way in these areas. So it could be your children. There could be things raised around your children that are telling you deep secrets, or there's things you're finding out about your children. It could be issues around controlling issues, or getting control of your children, those kind of things, or where imbalances lie within those kind of things, deeper secrets. People, it could be your children that are holding back their emotions, pushing their emotions down, not expressing themselves. Maybe there's going to be outbursts because of that kind of thing. Now, it's also where your pleasure is. So you're getting in touch with the deeper part of sensuality, around yourself, and coming into truth about those things. Now, being the fifth house is also joy, it's creativity. So it's time to set some intentions to be very creative in the most deepest, darkest way that you can think of. So maybe get out some paintbrushes and purples and blacks, and to be very creative with those colors, because you'll find it very therapeutic, because you'll find that as you're working with those colors on a very deep way, and I'm definitely feeling purple, black and red, it's going to help release some parts of yourself that need to be released. Even if you don't physically think of them or mentally think of them, you're still releasing by engaging in that creative passion. Passion also is a part of this that you may find gets enhanced over this time as well. Then we have Leo. Leo, this is your fourth house. So you may find that this new moon in Scorpio could be affecting your household and your family. So house and family is what fourth house represents. So it also can now, it represents childhood as well. So if you are a Leo, you could be finding that some things are surfacing from your childhood. Some of those deep things that you push down about your childhood, maybe to do with your upbringing or things that happened to you when you were at school, things that you kind of just push down and ignore. Those kind of things may be coming to light so that you can know that they're still there. And it's part of that releasing the armor and letting some things go. So especially if you're a Leo and you had that in your reading, it's really about letting go of some of those childhood traumas or things that childhood energies that you just pushed down. Maybe you didn't fit in. Maybe it's kind of affected the person you are now because you feel like you just didn't fit in. So, and those kind of things, it's time to release and let those go. So now we have, and Leo, I don't know how Leos don't fit in, but anyway, Leos are very community people. Next we have Virgo. Virgo is going to be taking place in your third house. So the new moon in Scorpio will be in your third house. What does this mean? It means communication. Maybe you're going to be having some deep and meaningful conversations over this week. Maybe it's about social media. You're going to be going deep down some rabbit holes on social media because it represents communication. It represents how we think about things. It represents your community in your close community, people most closest to you. So it could be like cousins, family members, your closest community as well. So maybe you're looking for a new vibe tribe on social media and you're going to be, looking and finding that for yourself. So there's energy around third house communication, the way you think, the way you question. It's Gemini. It's a Gemini ruled house. So it's all about those kind of Gemini energies. Then we have, where are we up to? See, I've already forgotten which one I'm up to. Libras, I almost forgot you. Libras is going to be taking place in your second house. This is Libra ascendants too, by the way. You'll have the new moon in your second house. Second house is your resources. Second house is how you value yourself, your self-confidence, your inner dialogue of your worth and how, like, it's time to go deep with your self-worth. Do a bit of work and affirmations about you are worthy. So I am enough. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am loved. I create opportunities to be resourceful. I make money because it's also money. It's Taurus, so ruled by Venus. So it represents money, represents luxury, represents how you make your money, being Taurus as well. So you'll be maybe setting some intentions on this new moon around money, about resources, how you can make more money for yourself and support yourself, but also those self-confidence things and how you value yourself too. There's a little bit of work that could be coming up. You could be also being triggered by some things coming up that you've pushed down, about those kind of things as well. And we have got the Scorpio. It's going to be your first house, Scorpio. Interesting. First house for you, Scorpio. Of course, because it's the moon in Scorpio. So, of course, it's your first house, which means it's you, it's your identity. It's how you see the world. It's how the world sees you. It's every part of yourself. So you're about to face the shadows. You're about to face the depth of your emotions and say, who am I really? Who is it that wants to come out? What part of myself do I neglect and that I need to bring into the light? So that's kind of really going deep, and it's emotional energy as well, because it's moon, it represents your emotions. So what part of my emotions do I need to let come to the surface? Maybe there's some emotional energy here, some outbursts, or some energy of just feeling like things need to come to the surface. Maybe you're integrating every part of yourself. You're integrating your body, your mind, your spirit, and it's in integration energy. I'm feeling getting a little bit more balance with the controlling those parts. Had a little battery change there over your reading, Scorpio. So Scorpio, we're getting in touch with every part of yourself here, going deep with your emotions, going deep into integrating every part of yourself here. Now we also have, next up will be Sagittarius. Sagittarius will still be taking place in your 12th house. So here it's about flowing energy. It's a water sign ruled by Pisces. So there could be emotional energy heightened here because Scorpio is an emotional sign. Moon is also emotions. So there could be a little bit more emotions you're going to be feeling over this time around the middle of the week, Thursday particularly. So for you, I feel it's about boundaries being challenged, or boundaries when it comes to other people. So who's more dominant, who's more controlling, boundaries, having to set up some really clear boundaries. So your intentions for the new moon could be around setting some boundaries for the people in your life that have been overindulging or pushing their agendas too far onto your energy, trying to make you do the things that they want to do. So those things may be coming to light for you, Sagittarius, around boundaries, and just going with the flow. Two things around going with the flow, because it's a very flowy house. So about it can also be endings and completions. So if you had that in your reading today, then definitely there's some completion cycles completing here. You could be doing some intentions about what is next, or about helping you to ease through the completions in a very graceful way, in a very flowing with the universe kind of way. Next, we have Capricorn. Capricorn, you'll be experiencing this in your 11th house. This is your greater community. So this is the people outside of your wider community, getting involved in projects and community groups, or getting into a dancing lesson, or going into some kind of community group. But it can also be YouTube community as well. So it's I always think 11th house, I've got very powerful 11th house energy, which is why I think I'm on YouTube. But I think it's that community in the world, around the world, through YouTube. So you may be finding your vibe tribe here, or putting your intentions out about a YouTube channel, or you may be about your YouTube channel, or you may be putting out your intentions to help find the tribe for you on YouTube. So that could be happening around because it's 11th house Capricorn. But it feels to me also putting yourself out there as well. It's like expansive kind of energy here. I'm feeling 11th house, but of course it's deeper, it's emotion. So new moon, we're talking about emotional energy, but it's about finding your tribe in a way that feels good and positive energy. It's positive, definitely positive energy. I'm feeling you're finding the community right for you. Even though Scorpio can be a bit of a darker sign and a deeper sign, I feel like it's also an expansive energy that's happening here for you, because it's community orientated. So it's you finding yourself, the deepest, darkest parts of yourself, the parts that you love, enjoy. It could be tarot and astrology and all of those kind of things that sometimes people hide about themselves. You're finding where you fit in the world when it comes to community around those things. So then we have Aquarius. Aquarius is taking place in your 10th house. I'm in Aquarius rising. So this is about your role in life, your job, your career, what you do in life. So this is where you're going to be feeling either facing the shadows, going deep and being truthful and honest with yourself about certain things. It's about really tapping in, setting your intentions around your career, around the job that you do, and around, it feels to be sharing parts of yourself in the work that you do. So making sure you can incorporate, I'm getting like Black Moon Lilith energy here as well. I'm getting that Scorpio energy. 10th house for me works for me because I read tarot. I'm an astrologer. Those kind of things are kind of considered voodoo, or considered that they're taboo kind of subjects that not everybody will want to talk about. Some people will hide about themselves. For me, it's in my 10th house. It's how the world sees me. So that's why that's why I think I'm on YouTube. That's why I do the things I do, because it's a part of who I am in the greater world. So for you, if you're also an Aquarius ascendant, that's where it's going to go much deeper. You're going to really get in touch with being out there, being who you are, being not afraid to be seen in those kind of non-traditional, taboo kind of ways. So whatever that is for you. For me, it just happens to be tarot and astrology, and really just getting in touch with it and being inspired also. That's how I'm feeling at the moment, about being really letting people see that's who I am, letting those things come up from who I really am and be seen and noticed in the world for being really Scorpion energy. So, and because it's got the moon in there, new moon, we're setting intentions about that, and we are really just getting involved in those emotions as they're rising to the surface because of it. For me, it's excitement. I'm really excited about it. Next, we have Pisces. Pisces, this is taking place in your 9th house. 9th house is exploration, it's travel, it's adventure, it is higher education, but it's also pursuits of philosophy and religion. So maybe you're going to go very deep down some rabbit holes around philosophy, philosophical thinking, religious thinking. Maybe you're going to start letting that part of yourself shine a little bit more. You'll talk about it a little bit more. It's about sharing. Scorpio is sharing the deepest, darkest parts of yourself with other people. And that could be things around religious topics or philosophical topics, and it's having that deep and meaningful conversations about those things. So this energy of the new moon in this area, you could be setting intentions to find the right people that loves to talk about those things and wants to get down and have those deep and meaningful conversations about those things, and putting it out to the world that that's what you're looking for, setting your intentions around that. But it can also be that those things, that's going to be what's happening for you. You may not have to set the intentions. It may be what you're finding as that moon enters Scorpio this week on Thursday. So thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think. Let me know your ascendant and if this is vibing with you. So thank you so much for joining me.